What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Keone Pito. So the peaking process that begins under the eyes of his longtime coach Patrick Tour. So Keone right now is looking supersized compared to last year, which is expected of him at this point, since every time he was asked about his weight in the past few weeks, he did not give any number, suggesting that he will be considerably heavier, considerably bigger. And that is something which has been very evident from all of his updates, from all of the guest postings that he did. But he will make sure that bigger equally means better too. So the man here is 6 days out and is already looking so dry, so shredded, which is such a great benefit of getting ready very early. Now that added mass and density, that is something which is required of Keone Pito if we look at his future perspective, as we are all really looking forward to his men's open debut, which is gonna be happening in about 2.5 weeks time, right after the Olympia this year in Prague. And maybe we will see Keone permanently making that switch from the 212 into the men's open, and maybe he will also do the Arnold Ohio next year. And that will all depend on how he shows up at this year's Prague Pro. So the whole point of taking time in order to slowly get bigger and grow into the men's open division, that is to make sure that he gets bigger everywhere, he gets muscular in all the right areas, and he makes sure that his waistline that stays the same, that stays tight and stays tiny. Now we know his proportions. They're gonna be even more unreal this time around, and they're gonna be so damn impressive when he finally switches over to the men's open. As far as this upcoming Olympia is concerned and the 212 title goes, the man is well on his way to make history, and we are about to see another great transformation from Keone Pito. Just like we saw a massive jump from 2023 to 2024, and he just dominated the entire Olympia lineup even last year too. Blink too hard. Have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So there are so many new guys in Classic Physique division this year, and some young guys who are all aiming to make a very big impact come Olympia this year. And the one that I am really looking forward to see, that is Petr Wojciechowicz, the guy who won in Germany, and that was actually his pro debut. And even before that guy turned pro, we all saw that Classic was written all over him, and he was looking so damn amazing leading into that show. So we heard from Chris Bumstead last year that there could be some guys coming out of the woodwork that could shock us all and who can be the future of Classic. And this guy is definitely one of them. Now I'm not sure what his weight cap is or how much more room he has in terms of his weight cap before he maxes out in Classic, because let's just hope that he does have some room to grow. And I am 100% confident that this guy is gonna be so dangerous in the upcoming years. He has those perfect proportions, especially from the front. He has that ideal V-taper, big arms, biceps, triceps, round shoulders, tiny waistline, and to top it all off, those humongous quads. And his back also isn't that weak. He does need more thickness and more density there, and he can definitely use more lower back. But that is something which can be fixed, because the muscle bellies, they are already there. So this is that one Olympia debut in Classic that I am really looking forward to. Let me know what you guys think and how high can he place. The reigning Arnold champion Derek Lunsford just released some updates from his final leg workout, and all we can say is that his side leg, the dryness, the detail, that is looking so nasty and so gnarly. So he looks ready, and the fact that they aren't gonna go for any drastic measures, for any major last minute changes into the peak week, which we have seen in the past, poses a risk, especially in terms of Derek losing the volume on his legs. So that will make him extremely dangerous. Now technically speaking, it is gonna be very hard to again bring that perfect Arnold Ohio look to this upcoming Olympia stage. Historically speaking, we have seen that it becomes more and more difficult to peak multiple times per year. As these IFBB pros, they get bigger. But if the mutant, if Nick Walker can bring his career's best look at his third show of the year, we can expect the same from Derek Lunsford too. I just think Derek's full-blown quads, especially from the front, they are gonna be a game changer for him, because he will become one of the most balanced physique who's gonna have some of the craziest proportions in the entire men's open. Now, his legs from the back, they have always looked one of the most impressive ones in the entire men's open. And with the kind of thin skin that Derek has, the kind of detail, the kind of separation that he's able to achieve, he becomes very competitive against anyone in the back shots and also in the side shots. Saw his side chest at this year's Arnold and how that side leg appeared, that made a massive difference against a guy like Samson Dauda, and that is a perfect example here. So Derek has kind of been slept on for most part of this year's Olympia prep. And I'm gonna say this again, if he peaks 100%, many people out there are gonna realize that sleeping on him, that was a big mistake. So what an honor for Orsk Lashinsky to go through his final leg workout with none other than the legend himself, Jay Cutler, the man who had some of the best legs when he was in his prime. So we also got to see a full 1 week out physique update from Orsk today. So from the first impression, everybody will say that he looks small in terms of the men's open bodybuilding. But do not forget, Orsk weighs 265 pounds while being bone dry and shredded. And he will be one of the best presenters come Olympia this year in the men's open. He has the ability to create an amazing illusion of having that crazy X-frame, that insane V-taper. So it will be very interesting to see where he lands at his Olympia debut in the men's open. So anywhere in that top 10, that is gonna be an awesome finish for him. But we have to consider that the Olympia is altogether a different ball game. There are guys like the former Olympia champion Brendan Carey, whom nobody's talking about, who has a lot of size advantage, a lot of thickness and density over a guy like Orsk. And yes, I know Orsk has an amazing shape, but so does Brendan Carey. Now some people see Orsk placing as high as top 8, which is only possible if the veterans miss their mark. And that means people have him beating guys like Tonio Burton, Regan Grimes, Good Vito, Jordan Hutchinson, Sazan Herati, Brett Wilkin, and so many others. Now Orsk looking this round and this full while going through the depletion mode. That means he's going for a lot harder and a lot drier look for his Olympia debut. So what an amazing year this has been for Orsk, going from Classic into the men's open and getting so much attention in a bigger division and so much more recognition.
Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
See you in the neck.
So absolutely no surprise that Milos was looking so shocked to his absolute core after looking at the size of Rubiel, especially his legs. He legit has the biggest legs in bodybuilding right now, and he looks to be in an awesome shape too. So we keep on repeating that same thing, especially about Neckzilla, that if a time comes in the future where the legs of Rubiel, they will get more separated, then he will become a nightmare for many big names, even at the Olympia stage. So just at the age of 28, he's one of the freakiest bodybuilder in the entire men's open at the moment. He just won 2 shows back to back, and he showed us all that the longer he stays on diet, the more depth and detail he acquires, especially the way his back double biceps looked, and how much that improved from Dubai Pro to Portugal Pro, because he was drier and was carrying a lot less body fat when he beat Nathan Digesha. So the great thing about Rubiel is that, despite him being a true mass monster, he has an awesome waist control. So he went through those grueling posing sessions with Brion and Chris Cormier, and that made him such an awesome poser. So Rubiel is also a big wild card in this year's Olympia top 10. Now, not many people out there, they have him in their top 10, because people still aren't that confident and convinced that he will bring the condition. But let me know what you guys think. Did you guys see Rubiel in this year's Olympia top 10 in his first try? Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.